I think, really the search was almost like a collective discussion among the siblings and my parents, and everything from kind of the touring to figuring out what units would make sense. And again, we initially started out with the independent living one apartment, but gentle transitions, who helps with the move, all of that was so smoothly done that it really wasn't probably as difficult of a process or decision as you would think. But my parents were very involved, obviously, in all of this, so we were just sort of there helping and maybe providing that added support. The independent living, the first apartment, was beautiful and was wonderful, and I think that was such a great first step, but I think all of us had somewhat anticipated that at some point there would be extra care, and we realized that the hourly care, while it was wonderful, was so structured at 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours in the afternoon, and kind of how that really dictated overall the schedule for both my parents. And it meant that for my mom, for example, it limited some of her ability to really be as active as she wanted to be and take advantage. There's so many amenities here, and to be able to take advantage of those without worrying. It's been a noticeable difference and a noticeable change for both of them to have the situation where they have the independent living unit, but also assisted living, because just even the reduction in stress partly for my mom, but then also my dad worrying that he's holding her back. And, their level of stress and comfort just went way down. And it's, we kind of joke, it's really not that different. My mom loves to take the stairs and walk. We're like, it's really not that different for her coming from her unit on the third floor down to the second floor than it was at their house. Probably if as a crow flies, it wasn't that different. And for us, if we're all coming over here as, the family, whether it's with the grandchildren or just coming over to visit for the day, we end up being all together in one or the other apartment. So it doesn't really feel separate, but we all have the comfort of knowing that 24/7, if anything were to come up, it's not all on our mom to be worrying about. And it's not on my dad to then worry that she's worrying. So the level of ease just has been noticeable. And that obviously makes all of us feel better too. I think our biggest worry when they were both in the independent living was more, I don't think it yet felt fully like home to them, because they still had someone coming and going all of the time, and they didn't really get a chance to get settled. And one of the worries was that, our mom wouldn't be able to take advantage of as many things and be as active. I can't keep up with her. So for her to be able to do the mahjong that she likes to do, the various athletic activities, attend different social things, I think we kind of worried that she wouldn't be able to take advantage of that as much, and then that would affect her well-being. And so really, truly, once they moved to the kind of the two-level, one assisted living and the independent, we've seen the benefit of that in exactly that way. My mom's able to do things that she wants to do, have a little bit of space, and my dad can just relax and have his, what he needs, and he doesn't really need someone 4 hours. So he can still be more independent than maybe he was. But what we also love is their social life here is so vibrant, and because it really doesn't feel like they're in two different places. And neither one had to sacrifice that, because they do so much stuff together. And my mom and dad are very close, and it would have been really hard for us as kids to see them in any way required to have to live much more separately. I don't know if it would have been really hard for all of us if they had to do anything different. And I think that would have affected their health more, and more than what we're seeing now. They both seem to be doing really well. There were times I noticed before you moved to assisted living, before to the two places where they were together, I think you were more reluctant. My mom was more reluctant to just go off and do the things that she wanted to do, because she was worrying about either schedule or just didn't feel like he was happy. And now, you love your little, we jokingly call it the man cave. He loves that he can be there, and knows that my mom is happy because she's able to do so many different activities. So I think they can do a separate, but then when it comes to movie time, you go to movies together, you're having dinners together with friends. They have whatever the different potlucks are, or progressive dinners, they do that together and with everyone else. So having both of them in one place is really, it is a convenience factor. It's also just not having to make a choice. We're not feeling like we're juggling two completely different things. We're coming to one place, and it's just an ease. We really feel really fortunate as a family that this worked out.